Hello and welcome back to HIIT with Maria. Today we're going to talk about eating clean. And that doesn't just mean you wash your food. It's actually about the food that you're putting into your body. And clean food, to simplify, is food that is natural, that comes from God's creations and planet. It's not processed, it's not chemicalized. And I know that's not a word, but you know what I'm talking about. Clean food is food that has an expiration date and not in 4 years and can sit in your cabinet and collect dust and it's not going to go bad. No, it should die. Food should die. Clean food are things like veggies and fruits, lean meats, fish, oatmeal, sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. Rice, nuts, etc. You have to be able to recognize the food ingredients that are listed on the label. So if the food is some long word that ends in ixtrin, it's probably not a real food, right? You probably should limit the amount of that stuff that you're putting in your body. Also, food should not have adjectives. If you read something and it says enriched, fortified, bleached flour, don't put it in your body. It is way processed and it's not even, you shouldn't even call it flour anymore. And if you're one of those people who gives me the whole like, I used to eat that all the time when I was younger and I'm fine, please recognize that I get your point. But food was made very differently today, is being made differently today than it was 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10, and even 5. We are so mass producing food because then the more they mass produce it, the cheaper that they can charge us for this crap, and then the more they can make in a profit. So please understand, when people say that, I'm like, it's not even the same food anymore. It's so mass produced. The things especially that you eat that you think are cheese are 17 products that taste like cheese. There is no cheese in it anymore. That is a real, learn your facts before you run your mouth. Okay, so here's why you should eat clean. The human body has a hard time processing processed foods. So the more processed foods you give it to break down, the organs and the intestines and such, the faster you age your body. True story. You will also create more visceral fat because your body doesn't know what to do with a lot of these chemical things. So a lot of times it'll turn it into fat. True story. There are so many benefits to eating clean. And I understand for some people, they say, oh, it's more expensive. I know. And they say, oh, you have to prepare all your meals and there's no real grab and go. There is some grab and go, like fruits and vegetables. You can eat those raw. You can eat nuts to go, no problem. Yes, you do have to prepare your meals, but at least you know what's in it and you know that it's healthy. And the reality is if it's important to you, you'll make the time for it. That's it. And it is more expensive, but you're either going to pay more now for the healthy foods that your body wants, needs, and craves, or you're going to pay more later in medical bills and expenses because you're not taking proper care of your body. And your palate changes. So a lot of times people say, well, I don't like vegetables. I didn't grow up eating vegetables. Neither did I. So enough of that. You have to do the work to introduce new vegetables to yourself. Learn how to cook. Learn how to season. There are like hundreds of thousands of recipes available to you online and cooking classes for free on YouTube that you can go to learn how to do these things and how to make vegetables and food delicious. It can be delicious and with as little as salt and pepper. True story. And then your palate changes and you start to actually enjoy the flavors. Apples taste like a dessert. Like it boosts the flavors that are in your mouth because you're not used to, because you're no longer eating chemicals and sugarized foods. And it supports your immune system. It helps give you energy. It helps create positive emotions. And so the proper foods have a lot of really great benefits. So my suggestion is to always start with something as simple as water. Start incorporating more water. Your body is 72% water. And most people aren't drinking enough water. They're drinking sugary drinks and monster drinks and energy drinks. And that stuff is so bad for you. It is so bad. So you want to start as much as possible just incorporating more water into your diet and drinking more water. Replace one meal a day with water if you're so used to drinking everything else. And start there. And then slowly start to incorporate more and more healthier foods into your diet. You should have vegetables, fruits, and protein with every meal. And then you can get a lot of fiber in your grains from a lot of the vegetables and fruits that are available. So that's my suggestion for you today, is to think about your diet, because your body is 70 to 80% what you consume and 20 to 30% what you do. If you're going to start a new workout regimen, if you're going to take control of your vessel, you have to take control of your mouth and your plate. All right, so that's it for y'all today. I'll see you tomorrow where we'll talk about motivation and discipline, or at least how to get that so that you can keep working out. All right, I'll see you guys later.